I am back.
Okay, everyone's back. You guys step outside of the library. And Saska, something is going to happen to you right now.
Uh-oh.
I attack it.
You die.
It was a little kid.
It was a little kid pulling on your shirt. He's now dead. Okay, so you suddenly hear in Elvish a whisper in your mind, or you just hear a whisper. It says I guess I'll PM this to the people that speak Elvish. Well, who's around Saska? Are you guys all around him?
I would be.
Yeah.
Everyone,
I think we all.
The back of the crowd.
Yeah, everyone make me a perception check.
Okay.
I used all my good rolls up for the day, apparently.
Saska, you didn't need a perception. Okay, so Miss Hino does not hear anything. Escanor, you hear a faint whisper in a different language that you're not familiar with. But, wait, where was... Oh, Natalia got 8? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
You don't hear anything either. So yeah, I guess you guys are busy just chatting while Saska hears in his ear in Elvish. I will PM this to you, what you hear in Elvish. Escanor, you just hear whispers in... I guess you were around them when they were speaking Elvish, so it sounds similar to what they were speaking before.
I make squinty eyes and look around.
I don't know why this came as an image. Can you read that?
Yeah.
Alright, so you hear this. Escanor, you noticed some Elvish whispering, you assume. And yeah, you guys can continue along on your business.
I'll look at them and say, did anybody hear anything?
Nope, nothing.
I say, hear what? To be fair, it's probably hard to hear over the crowd too, maybe.
Yeah, there's busy stuff going around in the street. There's just random stands or in the middle of the road. People are trying food. People are just having a good time waiting for that announcement later in the day. What would you guys like to do?
Would we have noticed a change in Saska when he heard the whisper?
That's up to Saska. Do you halt when you start hearing something in your ear, or do you just keep walking, acting normal? What would you do?
Probably a little of both. Like momentarily stop and then keep.
Yes, you guys would just see him stop momentarily and then following behind you guys.
So I look at him and say, "Are you okay?"
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Well, as far as I know, you are. So I'm just gonna be like, okay.
All right, where are you guys headed?
Um.
You want to head to the main parties like at the market around this time. Like it's probably there's probably like 3 or 4 hours until the announcement, so everyone's probably trying to gather to the market. Everyone's just having a good time there. There's probably some like carnival-y things going on.
So I guess I could ask them if they're hungry, and I can show them some of the local delicacies at the market.
Yo, y'all, if you wanna be super secretive, need to do it in PMs, because I'm getting notifications up the wazoo and they keep popping up.
No, I don't really care.
Well, you're
Just
all
don't
like,
met-
well, if
just
you want
don't
me to do
meta.
it secretly, blah, blah, blah.
Well, just don't meta.
Just don't matter.
Yeah.
Just don't matter.
I don't know about y'all, but I
will
muted
turn
everybody
to
else's room.
Escanor and say, food sounds fantastic. I am quite...
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. I don't say anything, but my stomach growls pretty loudly, so everybody knows I'm.
I look down at her and say, "Aw, is the kitty hungry?"
I'm not quite sure how to respond.
Yeah, is that
because
like a
there's part
racist
of me,
remark?
like,
I'm not sure.
like, part of me is like, should I be offended? Should I just say yes? And I just kind of like, not.
All right, so you guys can head to the main market for some food.
You did your
Yeah, that was my bad. I should have PM'd that.
And I ask them if there's anything in particular they would like to try. There's meat, there's vegetables, there's meat and vegetables, there's booze.
I would like the rawest meat we can find. That sounds tasty. Do they make them rare here?
Rare, you say?
I say I'm fine with anything as long as it's meat.
All right, yeah,
Two
you guys
rare
can find
steaks for the ladies.
you guys can find any kind of cooking of the meat you want, and yeah, you'll just probably have to pay him a few silver for it at the stands.
Okay.
And yeah, you guys can enjoy that. Saska, are you doing anything?
I attempt a. I want to try to flirt to get the meat for free.
Okay, give me a charisma check. And no, and before you give me the charisma check, tell me what you do to flirt with the guy at the stand as he's cooking your meat.
I'm just gonna do the whole like. Obviously, I know I'm a pretty girl. And I'm gonna act super into him and like bat my eyes and flirt and wink and just be like super friendly.
All right, he's blushing. Give me the check. Oof, he is very taken by your flirtatious actions, and he says, "Oh, this one's on the house for you."
Hell yeah!
And then he turns to Charisse and says, "That'll be 5 silver."
I give him a little wink as I walk off with my steak.
I look at him and say, and I kind of give him cute cat eyes and be like, 5 silver? How much do I get for 5 silver?
Give me a charisma check.
Gotta find it. Hang on.
This should be interesting. I'm pretty sure your charisma was a dump stat. So it's gonna be on your main page. But yeah, there you go.
Not bad, but unfortunately he is not into cat folk. And he kind of just like looks, he says, "Oh yeah, it's maybe."
I then look at him and give him a wink.
Oh, I didn't know you were with Escanor.
Oh, you're gonna flirt with him, Escanor?
Perhaps if you guys can tell me how to contact that beautiful friend of yours, I'll give it to you for 5 silver.
Oh snap!
Here's her phone number and her email address.
What?
No, I'm over
I
by
look
her.
over,
Over
I
here.
look over at Natalia and be like, "Come on now, sister."
Oh, that's your sister, Escanor? Yeah, very, very beautiful sister. Yes, 5 silver's fine.
So I give him the 5 silver.
Alright, he takes it and just goes back to cooking his meat and keeping his head down. Trying not to make eye contact with Escanor. Are you guys just gonna kill time till the announcement, or is Saska doing anything, or is anyone doing anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna make my way to the north gate and follow those instructions. Pretty much, I'm either gonna stealth away from them, or I'm going to make it clear that I'll be back. I'll be back.
Make a stealth roll as you attempt to slip away in the crowd while they're all trying to flirt with the meat vendor. Yeah, they're distracted, so you slip away without anyone noticing. If you guys feel like you would notice his absence after this whole meat fiasco, he will be gone, but you guys can notice that he is gone.
The meat fiasco.
Fiasco, Jesus! I don't have a lot of money, man.
What year is it? Just asking.
Gotta use my assets to my favor.
It'll be. I wrote this down somewhere. Give me a second.
You did.
It's in my calendar. Get the calendar. Let me get the calendar.
The calendar.
Where did I post this thing? There it is. $14.11.
Damn, Skippy, that's exactly what I say.
And it is the first day of the new year. So it was 14:10 last night. It was like this. So this you guys would know, or the people from here would know, that this announcement usually takes place on the first day of the months are named after the gods. There's 12 gods, so each god has a month. So January, aka January, is Ariel. So the month of Ariel is like rebirth, like a new year kind of thing. So this is the first day. This is when
Nice.
the kings have chosen to make their announcement. So it is the first day of Ariel.
Okay, so I am gonna slip away from them, but I think I'll do that. I don't know if I'm gonna split the party. I can do this after we stop the session. We can do it privately or something like that. I don't want to take away from time.
I mean, it's your moment to do a thing. If you want to do it, we can do it.
I don't want to split the party. So
I mean, you're not going to run into combat in the city. It's not a big deal.
Just go do it. It's fine.
So, I go up
I don't want to.
Natalia.
Well, then why don't you bring everyone with you? All right, you
I
don't
go
do
up
it?
to Natalia making that face, and I'm like, not all of us get our meat for free.
I wink and say next time I'll ask for 2 and give you a piece of mind.
All right, you guys just killing time until the announcement?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys can hang around, and the announcement everyone will, so there's a lot of people in this center, so I'm going to bring you to a map. And so if you see that black line at the top there,
Yep.
do you guys hear the music and everything? You guys loaded up?
Yep.
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 Okay. So there are people everywhere behind this black line. So you can tell me where you want to be like as the king starts stepping up on the stage. The guards have filed in and they're forming a line to protect the king. You guys can move it through the crowd and pick a spot you want to be. You guys can be together. You guys can be right in the front. You guys can be wherever you want. You can make your way here.
I'm quite short, so I probably would try to be up front so I
Okay.
could see better.
And I would like a description of what your character is doing. So if you're just staring at the stage, intently waiting on the king's words, are you scanning around the crowd? Are you looking at the guards? Are you looking at if there's any different guards? Like, I just want to know what you're doing.
I'm
So-
totally
descriptive as you
staring
can
at
be.
the stage.
I'll
Okay.
be off to like one side, kind of trying to blend, like sort of meld with like a group of people, just so I like don't like stand out more so than I already do. And I'll probably be just like glancing around people and like then glancing at the stage. Like I'll be kind of checking a little bit of everything. I'm not like hyper focused like Saska, but I will just be kind of like checking everything out because I'll be used to kind of having to watch people's reaction to me just in case you get the rare person who realizes what I am.
Okay, so you're kind of standing off to the side and glancing around at everything going on. You're not
Yeah.
really focused in one spot, is what you're saying, kind
Nope.
of thing?
Yep.
Okay.
Can I hear the people on the stage from the back?
You will notice that you would, let's measure the distance. Because everyone will be quiet once it starts, but it's pretty noisy right now. 200 feet away.
Ooh, 200 feet.
You might have trouble hearing his words.
Yeah, my character really doesn't care about the king, but this is where everyone is. So I'm standing in the very back with my hood up, being very inconspicuous. Look, basically paying more attention to the crowd than I am to the stage.
You're paying attention to the crowd more than the stage.
That's correct.
Okay, noted. Anyone else have any specific declarations before I begin this?
I'm just kind of standing in between, more or less, distance of Natalia and Shiraze. I'm more looking out for Shiraze as I haven't seen what her abilities are, but I'm confident that Natalia can handle herself.
Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna just do a quick thing here.
Would my character suspect trouble?
Tell
And
me
I'm
your
just
thought
being
process. Why would
cautious.
you think there'd be trouble?
You know, well, my thought processes would be you never can tell what's going to happen when you have this many humans jammed together.
True. So yeah, he could be a little on edge. He thinks that something could go down here.
Okay, so
I mean,
I
the
am
king-
a little on edge. Then.
The king is making a appearance here with a lot of people around. Like, who knows? Anything could happen, I guess.
And the king doesn't normally make
He does
super
not.
public appearances like this? Okay.
This is a rare.
So then
thing.
I hate to say this, but I am I believe there's going to be something's going to happen.
Okay.
You put this many humans together in a square, something bad's going to happen. You know, whether it's going to be some stupid little fight in the crowd or, you know.
Well, maybe, but you do see like there are a large amount of guards here, and because you're worried about this, I'll just point this out. There is, if you are looking, there is a different token here. These you would know as paladins of Polos. They are always
Okay.
they are in Prontera. There's about you know this from being around the area. Escanor also knows this. There's about 20 to 30 of them. They're kind of an independent order. They don't really take orders from the king, but their like tenets are to uphold law and justice and Polos stuff. So they typically are guarding the king and keeping the
Okay,
peace kind of thing.
that makes my character feel a little bit better, but there are 4 PCs in this square, so he's pretty sure something's going to happen.
For sure. So these are all.
I'm kidding.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna give you guys a basic. So there's a lot of people around you. These guys in front are you clearly notice them from the gate. They all have the similar uniform. They're all wearing leathers with halberds. They have patches of the sun on their arms. So you can guys figure that this is clearly a tribute to Ariel. Ariel and Polis are the main gods of this town. So the city guard are donning this symbol on their shoulders. They are all clearly Prontera city guard. There's a lot of them here. They are.
No,
I'm
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My character, as you're talking about this, he changes his mind. He's going to be somewhere around about.
Okay. So you may push
So
through the crowd.
what is that?
That is one of those two are
What is
paladins.
that?
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna describe what you see as they come on stage. They're already here,
Okay.
but I'll just say. So first, these two figures here that you just pinged. These are paladins. They make their way on the stage first, and they're just kind of looking around. Everyone kind of hushes when they see the paladins are making their way to the stage, because that means the king is about to come out. So there is a staircase on this side. That's where they came up from. So you can see that there's another paladin here guarding the staircase, kind of. He's like kind of standing imposingly in front of it. Stop doing that. So he's standing imposingly in front of the staircase, and as the paladins make their way on the stage, they're kind of looking at the crowd and just they kind of give a nod to the staircase, and the king of Prontera makes his way onto the stage, and he stands out in the center, and it's like dead silent in the crowd as everyone's kind of looking to the king and hanging on to his words. If you're close enough, which I think most of you are, and you are looking at the edge of the stage, you can see there's kind of another paladin that looks different from the rest, and what appears to be a blind guy, a guy with a bandana over his eyes, and he has kind of a big walking stick. They're just standing off to the side on the edge of the stage.
So
And, yeah.
I would like to make a. Nope, I have no knowledge.
So any more declarations before the king opens his mouth?
I mean, I'd like to make a local knowledge check to see if I can figure out who those 2 people in the back are.
Sure.
Oh, it's completely untrained. So
You're from this area, so you would know that they are clearly of royalty. They're somehow related to the king. You can't really remember who they are.
okay.
Natalia, on the other hand, is pretty sure She's heard stories of the King of Prontera, and these are his two sons, for sure. She can tell they look related, and she's had lessons of the main kingdoms and who their lineage of nobility are.
Oh, okay.
Shirase also is aware that these are the two sons back there. She recognizes
Might have
them.
read about them in a book or something.
Yeah, you would have heard as you were hearing about the celebration. You were reading about, oh, it's an announcement of his heir. What's that about? And you know, it's you typically the king could choose anyone, but throughout history, it's always been his son. So it's kind of an interesting situation because there's two sons, very similar age. You will know. Yeah, I'll give you their names. So you know, Jet de Volpe is a wizard, and he is the eldest son. So typically, the eldest son is picked to be the new king. And and the younger son
Wow,
is
what an amazing name.
the younger son is Jay de Volpe, and he is younger. You know him as he's a paladin, and he actually leads the paladins of Polos. He's like they're kind of like the captain of them, so he is in charge of them. And yeah. Anyone else want to do anything before the king is about to speak?
So regular guards in front, two
Mhm.
paladins on stage, one guarding the stairway, the king, and the two sons in the back. Okay, I'm
So yeah. Anyone else want to do anything? Declare anything before I start?
Well, just the same with this many people. I tend to be more higher alert
Okay.
as it's been stated. With this many people, something is always prone to go wrong.
Okay. How are you doing this in character? Are you kind of looking around the crowd every once in a while? Or are you just kind of focused, but kind of keeping your ears for any trouble? Are you focused ahead, or how are you kind of keeping your wits about you?
Looking around, mostly looking direct. Like I said, I'm trying to keep an eye on Shirase, but mostly looking around. I'm not paying too much attention towards Natalia since, like I said, I believe she's capable of managing herself, and of course, the Saska's also in that direction.
Okay.
Yeah, I am not paying attention to the king, like hardly at all.
Okay.
I'm really focused on mostly the crowd. I mean, I can hear him when he starts to talk, but I'm really looking for like, hey, why is that guy dressed in a black cloak, and why is he creeping up towards the stage with a dagger drawn?
Shiraze is definitely more of like a classic tourist. She's just kind of like, wow, look at all of this, and just kind of focused on.
Right?
Okay.
She's on the pomp and circumstance.
Okay, so I will give you, as you see the king, also I'll just give you a quick description of him. So he's a middle-aged human male. He kind of has a little bit of gray in his hair. It's medium length, but he has a long and neat beard. He has a war hammer on his side, and if you can see the kind of the pommel of it, the guard is a half sun, where the sun kind of flames are coming up on the guard, and the pommel is made of mithril. He's wearing very heavy armor, kind of looks full plate, and he has a symbol of balanced scales etched in the center of his chest plate, and it's clearly made of silver. Just the symbol. He'll address the crowd. He will start saying how he's glad to have all these people in front of him. The kingdom of Prontera is a mighty one and will continue to be for endless of time. And he will, as he says, like, for all time kind of thing, his kingdom will last for all time. He kind of motions to the stairway, and his sons will join him on the stage. Jay de Volpe will go to this side here. As you see him come up, you notice he's clearly a paladin in his late 20s. He's got dirty blonde hair with blue eyes. He has a large tower shield, and he also has the symbol of the balanced scales in the center of his shield that's in silver, and he also has a war hammer at his side. And you guys notice as Jet is making his way up, he's kind of feeling his way around with a stick. You'll notice he has the blindfold on him, and the paladin is kind of grabs his arm and guides him up the stairs. Jet kind of guides himself with his stick, feeling the edge of it, and gets to there. And you can see his brown short hair. He has a black cloth tied around his eyes. He has a large walking stick. And yeah. So.
Wait, I have a question before you continue.
Mhm.
Do we know if he's actually blind, or is this something that he affects for, visions or something like that?
You would have heard, that one of the sons of the king is blind.
Okay, thank you.
And I need people to make a save if you are within 60 feet of the stage. I think it's only Shirise.
What kind?
Yeah, no, it's only Shirise. I need you to give me a moment. I need to pull up some information. Shirise, please make me a will save. That is a fail. So I need you to reveal your uppermost thoughts in your head right now.
So, she is thinking that the paladin prince looks kind of cute.
Okay.
And, well, I mean, he's on the stage now. She's thinking that the paladin prince looks kind of cute, and she's curious about, how the blind prince gets around, and she's also kind of like starstruck a little bit. Just kind of, she's never really seen, all the.
I wish I could marry him instead of the cat folk.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so she's kind of just like, now he would be a good guy to marry or something like that. Like, I wouldn't mind marrying him. That would be more like what she would say. Okay. I wouldn't mind marrying. Talking about the paladin prince.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so that happens.
Are you sure? You sure that's what you're not thinking? Rat? No, just a dust bunny.
So the king will start talking about a historic story. He kind of goes into the story about how Pantera was founded. So he goes into how there used to be six main people in history called the Founders, who were responsible for setting up the main cities of all the big cities in the realm. So he talks about how Severus de Volpe was his descendant his ancestor, and he's a descendant of him, and he was the one who helped set up the city. And there was a famous battle that it was happening over this exact city because of its advantaged location. Because if you remember the map, I'll just bring you back there real quick. So if you look at the map, the reason it was sought after is there are mountains to the left and then kind of open land to the right. So being next to a mountain is basically no one's going to attack you from that side. And the back of them is like a barren desert. So it'd be really rare that people want to trek across a desert to attack you from the behind. So basically they just have to worry about their front to defend. So supposedly this is just him telling the story. None of this is proven to be true. But so we're going to go back to the map just to give you an idea of what he's talking about. So he kind of says how everyone wanted this land and no one wanted to give it up without a fight. So they all had their own respective armies here to take this land. So famously, his ancestor proposed, instead of further bloodshed, that the leaders of the armies partake in one-on-one combat to decide the victor of so the armies didn't have to waste their lives. So the Founders couldn't refuse such an offer in front of their soldiers because they would look like cowardly if they were to refuse. So at this point, I would like you all to make me a perception check.
Humans, against humans?
If it is, let me know the bonus. I won't let you know if it's against humans.
Okay, +2.
Okay. Give me a second. I'm just making a roll here. Make sure this is not going to the public. Yes. Where is this? Okay. So Natalia, as the king's speaking about this story, you're kind of not paying attention. You said you were kind of focused on the crowd, looking if anyone's going to kind of give you any sideways glances, and you'll notice from the far back of the crowd, there appears to be some movement, like people are moving in between people or something like that. You can't really see what, but you just notice this.
Okay, I will like inch my way like slowly closer to where I see the move.
Okay, so show me where you want to move. I'll only let you move like 30 feet.
So you said back what?
I'll ping where you see it. So this isn't like people are shuffling through the crowd kind of thing. Nothing looks super odd, but you notice this just piques your attention. Something about
Sure.
it is kind of irking
Sure.
you. So you kind of
Yeah.
see it from the back center area. You see like a shuffling of bodies.
All right, I'll just
Okay.
move back a little bit. I think that's about as far as I can go.
Okay.
So, like, I know I didn't roll particularly high on my perception, but please let me know if I see her moving.
Did you try to hide how you were moving at all, Natalia? Would you just start
I
moving?
mean, I would just be casually walking, like trying to go with the flow of, like, so you know how big groups of people will have like just a little bit of a movement to them that's
Mhm.
not out of the ordinary, and I would just sort of be flowing with that to not try to bring extra attention to myself, but just get a little closer.
So yeah, Saska and Escanor did say they were specifically kind of looking around the crowd, so they will catch a glimpse of you just in their peripherals kind of moving backwards a bit. But nothing too odd. So you guys do notice this.
Okay, so
Sharize
I'm
is
now
captivated by the
pretty
king.
much. I'm pretty much paying attention to her now.
Okay. Do you move or do you just watch her?
Am I gonna lose sight of her? I'll pace her.
Yeah, like you can kind of see her within the crowd. She kind of stands out.
Okay, I'll pace her.
Escanor, are you reacting or are you just kind of noticing it and watching or?
I will react, but instead of moving towards them, I actually move towards Shirase
Okay.
and just kind of put myself between all.
All right. So the king goes on. He says that the very first match was Severus and Maduka, who was, if you guys want to know who he is, you can give me a knowledge check. Knowledge, nobility, if you have it.
I'm barely listening to him now, so.
Okay. Natalia, you would know that. Okay, yeah, you both would know. I'm assuming you have ranks in it or are trained, right? Okay.
I'm not trained.
But you have a rank in
I
it?
am.
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you would know that this is the rumored founder of a city called Morok, where it is rumored that there is a assassin's guild there. So this is the founder of that city.
Okay.
So the king talks about how Cerberus won the battle decisively, and in his great knowledge, he spared Maduka's life and offered him a hand after the battle, and said that he would spare his life if he agreed to stand down from this city and release his claim from it. After kind of shock and awe, before this, the king notes that no one had really had one-on-one combat without resulting in a death. So people credit Servius of creating this kind of mercy to your opponents. And Adonis, the king, will say this is a tribute to his intelligence, because he knew if he had struck him down that his kin would seek revenge on him or his kids one day, and he just wanted to end the bloodshed and show mercy. And that is why Servius earned the title of the Honorable One from this match. And as he's kind of talking more about this, I need perception checks from everyone again.
+2 if it's versus humans. Oh, no, sorry. -2 if it's not versus humans. I'm now using my buff.
Oh, okay, it's already in there?
Yes.
Okay. So, as he's finishing his word, you notice abruptly, all of you notice this, even Sharise, even with you focus on the king, you hear some like argument behind you as someone's like, hey, I was here. And someone's getting pushed down out of the way. And a cloaked figure is throwing open his cloak and pulling out a crossbow and letting out a shot at the king. This is a surprise round, so because you guys passed your perception, I'll let you do a move or standard action, but the shot is being loosed.
Where is he, please?
I will show you in a second. And start thinking about what you're going to do, because I'm going to try and be... You have to react quickly, because this is happening fast. So everyone roll initiative. And you'll get a quick turn to do something before the it's all kind of happening at the same time.
Human? Oh, no. Never mind. Doesn't
You're not
matter.
sure. He's hooded. Okay, Escanor, what would you like to do? As you notice, someone behind you has pulled out a crossbow and he's aiming right at the king.
They've already launched the bolt.
It's kind of happening simultaneously, so you're gonna have an action like just as he's pulling the trigger on the crossbow.
So I take a step back as I'm pulling my shield out.
Okay. Is that it?
And can I block the bolt?
You cannot. He's aiming up. And you'd have to be like right in front of him to block the shot.
So retcon that. Step forward.
Nope. He said what he's doing. Your turn's over. Sorry.
Okay.
Sure, you say.
All right. I move to the side and kind of get down a little bit because
My initiative's not on there.
Really? Oh, did you not click your token? You didn't use the macro. Can you just do it again? Sorry. And I'll just change it to your original one.
Oh, you can just leave it at that. It's fine.
No, that's fine. So Escanor went. Okay, so before. Wait, what the hell just happened?
her original roll was a 14 and ours were 13, so
Oh.
so she actually takes her turn.
Yeah,
and
okay.
it looks like Saska does as
Natalia,
well.
what would you like to do? As you see this guy pull open a crossbow and he's taking aim at the king.
So you said that magic does not work in town, right?
You've been told that. Meaning you could try.
Okay, well, I'm going to attempt.
Hold on. As you pass through that barrier, you did feel something like being suppressed inside of you.
Okay.
Quick, he's shooting.
Sorry, I'm not fast with these tools. Okay, I mean, I don't really have anything I can do.
Natalia is shocked that someone would even attempt such a thing. Sasuke, what are you doing?
Can I get a shot at his weapon before he shoots?
It will be simultaneous. He'll get his shot off, but you can make a shot at him.
So
I thought
but I
about
don't want to
that,
hit
but I
him.
wanna
I
hit
want to hit
Steve.
his. I want to hit his crossbow.
So called shot -4. Go ahead.
Yep, I'll take it.
Sorry. What
Okay,
you say?
so I'll take the called shot at his crossbow with my chakram.
Give me a second.
Again, I get +2 if he's human.
I thought you said you had the. Ow, Jesus, child.
Yeah. Would you have time? Where is your chakram? Is it easily? Would you be able to react quick
Yep.
enough to grab it?
I can literally reach down and throw it, but I'm okay with your house rule.
No, that's fine. I'm just looking at his AC.
Remember, I'm not hitting him. I'm hitting his crossbow.
Is that different?
I mean, well,
It's
I don't
-4
know.
for called shot. I'm
right.
just gonna do a -4 to hit the crossbow.
That's
and
fine.
You missed the crossbow.
Okay.
Cherise.
Okay, so seeing that the guy's getting ready to shoot, she just tries to sidestep a little bit and get out of the way,
Okay.
and that's the end of my turn.
Okay. This guy lets loose the crossbow shot, and it deflects harmlessly off the king's armor. At this shot, immediately the guards are storming the crowd. So I'm just gonna say they are going right after the assassin. They are storming the crowd, trying to push their way in.
Would they be upset at all that Sasuke fired a crossbow?
No, they
At the
just
guy?
they might not even have seen it because he fired like into the crowd at this guy. This guy clearly the bolt came from this guy and they're charging this guy. As they do that, something else happens. Give me a second. I will not make this roll on secret because this happens. You see Jet de Volpe straighten his back and point a finger at this guy, and magic missiles come out of his finger and hit this guy.
So if magic is suppressed, it's not suppressed in everyone.
Apparently.
Maybe you have to be of noble blood or something.
And this guy is joining the turn order. Alright, Escanor. You just seen the prince shoot a magic missile at this guy, and this guy is dropping his crossbow, and he looks like he's ready to run. Try to run. What would you like to do?
I move forward towards him,
Hold on, sorry, there's a guard
scimitar
behind
and
you.
strike.
What are you doing, sorry?
I unsheath my scimitar as I'm walking up to him and strike him.
Alright, give me a roll to hit.
Sorry, scimitar, not scimitar.
It's like low calorie. It's scimitar.
You you try to swipe him with both your weapons and you miss. I assume you moved up to him. Did you move like here?
Yeah, sorry.
No worries. You miss him as he dodges your blows at him. Natalia. Woof. Is that frost in effect?
Oh,
Wait, what's
no,
going
no,
on here?
no, it should be off, sorry.
Do you want to roll me normal damage? Or is that damage your damage? No way. Right? It's just the one.
Yeah, you would just ignore the one at the bottom.
I don't see a damage roll for the...
Wait, what the?
That does hit him though.
You messed it up.
Yeah, I apparently turned off the wrong damage, so let me just roll a damage roll.
Yeah. If you want to end here, we can. You're a cranky baby. Or we can finish up soon after this small encounter, but we can stop tier 2 if you want. Oh my lord. You bring him down. He falls to the ground, murdered by Natalia's greatsword. And the guards surround you guys.
Keep preventing me from picking up my weapon?
What do you mean?
I want to retrieve my chakram.
Oh, well, you threw it at him and missed, right?
Yes.
You are not able to retrieve it right now. There are guards pointing
Okay.
their weapons at you, at everyone who's around this guy right now. Shrise is fine, they don't concern themselves, but everyone who had weapons drawn and attacking this guy are surrounded. But you guys have actions before the guards, actually, so Shrise, what would you like to do? Well, basically, they're just going to surround you guys unless you guys are going to fight them. So, we can end here if you guys need to go. If you want to just conclude this little part, we can, but we can go out of combat for this.
This.
Okay. If you guys are okay
I'm
for another
asking
5 minutes.
how long it would be.
Oh,
Yeah,
5
5
minutes?
minutes is fine as long as we like do it quick.
Yeah. Okay, so we're out of combat. So this guy has fallen on the floor, and the guards are surrounding you all, and they will demand that you drop your weapons. Do you guys drop your
So
weapons?
I have my hands in the air, but unless they want me to actually draw my weapons and drop them to the ground, I'm not going to do anything.
No, if you have no weapons drawn, they just saw the commotion, and everyone around this guy is just like being held right now. So if you have weapons out, they ask you to drop them. If you have nothing, they just ask you to stand still and don't move.
I steadily put mine down and look over at Natalia and gently ask her to please do this.
I'll first smile very sweetly at them all and say, seeing as how I just helped save your king, may I simply just sheath mine?
No, damn it, drop it! And then you'll hear a shout.
Fuck.
You'll hear a shout from the king himself. He say, "It's fine, it's fine. Bring them to the castle." And they will all leave the. So the crowd has kind of been dispersing, and everyone at the shot, everyone kind of like was scattering, and everyone is kind of making their way out of this place.
I'll
But you-
sheath my weapon since King said it was cool.
The guards,
So
the guards all just
where-
kind of give you like they glare at you, but they allow you to sheath your weapon, and you can pick up any
where
weapons.
is my
as well.
chakram? Okay, that's. I was just going to point it at Escanar and see if he could pick that up.
Actually, as
But I will go pick up. I will pick up my weapon.
Okay. And the guards will offer to escort you to the keep. You notice Jet de Volpe using his walking stick kind of like a blind person would, tapping around. And he makes his way to you guys. And he says, the king owes you his life. We will discuss this further in the keep. For now, I suggest you make your way there. And he kind of goes to the body and he's looking over it as the guards will usher you out of here unless you protest.
That's fine with me.
I sheath
I do
my
not
sword and
protest.
put up my shield
All right.
and walk with them.
Do you guys want to just give me one round of perception checks and then we will call it a day? Ooh. Oh my lord. Okay. So all of you are really attentive at this time because I guess there was just combat. So there's like adrenaline running through your blood and you guys are eyeing everything really really on point. And you see Jet reach down in this guy's cloak and pull out something. You don't see exactly what it is, but you see he kind of, it's like he knew where it was. Like he just reaches in and grabs it. And you guys just find that odd because he's blind. And you're just like, what the heck? Like he just picked up something like he knew where it was. But you kind of saw this over your shoulder as you're being escorted out of here, and we can end it here, and you will start next time in the keep of the castle.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Nice session, guys. I had a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to next week when I get to accuse Jet of being a traitor.